Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mosaic Noon Talks, TD Mosaic Noon Talks, presented by TD Bank and TD Music. And we are very grateful for all the participation of all our funders and our sponsors. Today, I'm so happy that we have a wonderful talent from India and from Abu Dhabi as well, because he spent a big part of his life in Abu Dhabi. So I'm very happy to welcome Benny Dayal at this occasion for this noon talk with us, celebrating the 15th anniversary of TD Mosaic Festival, the longest running festival of Canada at this moment. So, welcome, Benny, to Mosaic Noon Talks. It's good to see you here. Happy Pride. This is the Pride Week, so we are celebrating that with you as well. So
Happy Pride to everyone in the world.
Thank you. So, Benny, we are celebrating our online celebration edition of TD Mosaic Festival, and it's supported by City of Mississauga, Canada Council, Ontario Arts Council. It's also funded by Factor Canada, and we have two wonderful sponsors who stand by us all the time: Greenwich Health Products and Laziz Shawarma. So thank you very much to our sponsors. Benny, how are you doing, and how are you coping with things in these days of COVID lockdown?
By God's grace, I'm good. But definitely mixed emotions, because we are artists in the end of the day, and we are so used to traveling and doing a lot of concerts and everything in this time. But unfortunately, we are at a scenario that we can't do anything. And also, as a human being, I feel a little sad because of
I'm getting a lot of echo.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, as an artist, very sad because I can't travel and do a lot of concerts. And as a human being, I'm so sad I can't get out quite often and be a normal person, meet friends, and hug people and embrace company of other people. Of course, I'm grateful I have my wife at home, but both of us feel the need to get out once in a while and say hello to our friends, which we don't do because of the seriousness of the situation here in Maharashtra. So we stay at home and practice proper social distancing and good hygiene and keeping our surroundings clean.
I know. It's just a second. I think the problem is that I need to switch off the volume here on my thing. Thank you so much, Benny. My end was problematic. So we are still, working out the kinks and all the things in these live transmissions. And so you will have to bear with that. And technologically, I have a lot to learn. My team is wonderful. They keep telling me, please keep the distance. But I always tend to forget when I'm in the heat of the things, talking and chatting. So tell me, what are you looking forward to, you and Catherine? What are you guys looking forward to once, the COVID situation gets resolved and we get the vaccination and the lockdown ends?
Definitely, first and foremost, visit family. Because my wife she's from New Jersey, and she's born and raised in New Jersey, and she would want to visit her parents because she misses them. She's here in Bombay with me. It's so much, and also she would miss them the most because most of her family members are with COVID. They're working with most of her family is working with COVID patients, and
okay, frontliners.
Yeah, so her mother is a doctor. Her elder sister is a doctor. Her sister-in-law is a doctor. Her brother is a doctor. So they all deal with COVID patients, and so they have a much more strenuous day every day, and when they come home and be with family, and still keeping yourself clean and viral free, and regularly taking what you call tests to check that you're negative and you've not been acquired the virus. So it is. It's quite tough for them, and my wife, she misses them the most. For me that way I'm blessed because my brother's wife and my niece, they live in Bangalore, and my father lives in Kerala, and they're all fine. So there is no tension for me on that way from my family, and nobody's in the medical field. No one's a frontline frontline soldier. So
you are frontliner because people listen to your music. They are sitting at home and getting this comfort that you are entertaining them. So all the artists are for me
we are
are frontliners too.
we are second row. We are on the second row. The first row are definitely the what do you call is the medical community. Definitely, number one is the medical.
Absolutely.
I totally
Please do convey
appreciate.
our best wishes to your in-laws and tell them we appreciate and admire their work, and we are very
My
grateful for their work they're
my
doing.
in-laws, they flew down to watch the Mississauga festival when I performed in 2016. So they were there to watch the show. My wife was there for the show. So this
Yes,
interview is
I
very
remember. Lovely
yeah.
lady.
So yeah.
You
So
had
this is
gotten married at that time.
yeah. We just got married in June. It was just 2 months since we had gotten married. So it was the second month since marriage. We attended the Mississauga.
Exactly. Yeah. So, so tell me something. Have you learned something new about your own self since this lockdown happened? People have had a lot of time to introspect and think about things. So, something special that you learned about yourself?
Me, I've definitely I've learned myself about myself is that I'm a really good cook.
Oh, that was my next question.
Yeah,
So, what
I've,
have
I've
you
really
learned to?
I cooking. I've always been cooking, but I've always traveled most of the time. So when we come home, some of the days I cook, some of the day my wife cooks. So this time during quarantine and lockdown, sitting at home, just I did nothing but cook a lot of things, and I was learning so much, and so has my wife too. But yeah, I realized like I lost it. I lost complete touch with cooking, but I haven't lost it. I'm cooking pretty well. I think it's there in my muscle memory, so everything is flowing correctly for me that way. And also musically, I've been playing more ukulele and practicing more ukulele. So that
So,
that
so let's see your practice. Let's see how far you've gone with ukulele.
oh yeah, I made a video on my birthday this time. So this is on YouTube on my page. So you guys should check it out. It's Dil Se. It's my version of Dil Se. So. एक सूरज निकला था कुछ पाया पिघला था एक आंधी आई थी जब दिल से आह निकली थी दिल से रे एक सूरज निकला था कुछ पाया पिघला था एक आंधी आई थी जब दिल से आह निकली थी दिल से रे ओ दिल से रे दिल से रे दिल से रे दिल से दिल से रे दिल तो आखिर दिल है ना मीठी सी मुश्किल है ना पिया 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 जिया 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 न जिया दिल से रे
Thank you, beautiful. What a lovely song. We've always loved this song. It's
yeah
oh, absolutely. I think this movie itself had so many layers, and the song was so absolutely songs were so beautiful. I think this was one of the first movies I ever saw of Shah Rukh Khan,
oh
and
wow
first songs I ever heard of A.R. Rahman. I used to be in Latin America, so I didn't get an opportunity to be updated with all that music and songs.
this song is a musician, so when I was studying in school in Abu Dhabi, this song I heard, and this song is what made me realize, wow, I just love music so much, and this is like a complete changed sound altogether to music on the whole, and it made me so inspired to become a musician. That's exactly why I learned of this song and I made a video on it, because I was like, why did I become a musician? So I became a
Yeah.
musician because something had triggered in my mind, and what was that? It was this song actually. So the song has done a lot for me.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the the turnaround song for you. So
Yeah.
you were going and studying, then you went, despite the fact that you knew you wanted to be a musician, you went and you got yourself a degree in commerce. And
Yeah.
how do you feel that that degree? Do you think that now it kind of serves you, or it has helped you along the way? You know,
Uh,
the formal
my degree
education.
my degree definitely helps me because I did a degree in commerce and marketing. So
Yeah,
I studied a lot of marketing, understood what marketing is all about. So today, like we look at all aspects of life. Everything is based on marketing. It's a big
yeah.
role. It's a role in bringing the product to the forefront. Whatever you do. So for me, it's really helped me a lot in terms. And I did my diploma in journalism, and I got to study about public relations. I got to study about public relations. Got to study about advertising. Got to study about journalism, writing, appreciation, understanding how tabloid works, understanding how what do you call proper mainstream news works. So it's a great
Yeah.
learning curve.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that means what I find very fascinating about people who are musicians and who are educated is that they are able to articulate themselves. And I look forward to, those articles, those writings, the books that they can work on because I think that's a great ability to another ability to communicate with people and to really articulate your thoughts. So I hope one day we soon will get to read a book about your work, about yourself. Yeah,
I don't
yeah, yeah.
I don't want any book to be written about me. I don't want any song to be sung about me, and I don't want any documentary to be made about me. It's so boring.
Oh no, ask your
I just,
fans.
I just want my
Fans like Noor Rana is there. She loves you. Kamal, Ricky Bajaj is there, our dear friend, and he was there when you had the festival. He was on our board at that time. Udita Gangwani is there. Nida Zafar is there, and all of them are loving your talk and your music. So,
thank
tell me something. You just told me that you went back to cooking. We have a good friend, Roop Magu from Josh Band, and Roop, what he realized was that he was so good at these cooking things that he got a short cooking show. So now Kashmir Banaspati has sponsored him, and what he does is he cooks the food, makes the short video of it, and gets paid for it. so, so
awesome.
are we going to see something from you? If it's a challenge, cooking challenge, which we would like to throw to all of you, and see whose video comes out the best, who can make that food thing which everybody loves. Vote for it, and get the winner out.
Maybe we'll think about it.
Okay, so when you were performing at Mosaic, what I really loved was, I mean, you were featured along with the Pacha Dandekar, and this was 2016, and Karsh Kale, my wonderful buddy, great artist. He was the one who put this whole thing together. So what I really enjoyed was your English rendition as well, because that brought in those non-South Asians who really love that music, who can understand that music, relate to it. And we have a clip of yours, which we are going to play now, which you are
Oh,
really,
wow.
which was absolutely wonderful and has been shared so many times. So let's watch that clip. Rakshan.
Yeah.
Never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain.
Lovely. So that was a beautiful song. And when are you planning to release your own English album? You said that you were working. You just released the Tamil album. So when do we expect the English one?
A lot of stuff actually been working on. See, I pretty much write my own music in three languages. I write in Tamil, Hindi, and English. And English is something that I really personally take a lot of pride in what I write. So I will be releasing something 2021. You will start listening to some of my English stuff, and it is a must because it's been like long waiting for me to do stuff like that, and I really want to bring out more English content and let the world know, like, in India also we have like amazing singers who sing in English and amazing what you call songwriters and amazing many other people, like, who really make their own music in English and are very proud of what they produce and what they make. So yeah, 2021 definitely.
All right. So I saw a TED talk of yours while I was, preparing this for this interview. It was such a charming TED talk, and in that I found out that you are training of Karnataka music. You're Bharatanatyam dancer, Kuchipudi and Odissi dancing and all. Did you pursue any of the dancing part?
Yeah, I dance in my music videos and everything, but yeah, I didn't take classical dancing to the next level. Like I studied for 14 years, and then I came to Madras, and I was in Madras for 10 years. Then my life changed because I was in college. I wanted to pursue music, and dancing was just like a side thingy, not a hobby, but definitely important. Uh, but yeah, I still do dance. I do a lot of dance videos with a lot of choreographers and everything on my Insta. And yeah, I'm just that's all I've done in dance. But otherwise, I'm very grateful to my classical training in dance because it really helps your memory. It helps you in grasping, knowledge and whatever you work on, whether it's music or whether it is singing. Dancing has helped me understand music even better because if you can dance, you can actually feel the music even better. So that's
Okay.
an advantage.
Lovely. So what is your fitness routine?
Nothing. I'm more of a very cardio kind of a person. So I do a lot of skip rope. I do a little bit of workout. I have a trainer who comes online and on a Skype call like this, and he gives his classes. And yeah, I do a little bit, not too much.
Okay. So this opportunity, this has given us a great opportunity to revisit our fitness goals and aspirations. But
That is
honestly, at such stage, yeah, we've been taking long walks and discovering our own environment, our own surroundings, and it's been really a great experience. But and how much time do you devote to your craft, making music every day? Do you work every day? Are you a routine person? Or you are a random musician?
I'm very go with the flow musician because if I'm thinking something and I immediately pick up an instrument. I pick up my ukulele mostly and I try and figure out learning the chords. I learn the chords and then I practice it, and then if I want to go to the studio, I go to the studio and then I start producing it. I record it. I lay the vocals down. Then I call my friends. He's like, hey man, I've done this song. Do you want to like play your guitar on this, or do you want to play drums on this, or do you want to record your bass guitar on this, or do you want to play some tabla? You want to play some flute? Or and then let's put a video together. So I call them, and most of my friends are my fellow musicians, and they're like, yeah, Benny, let's do it. So it's a great initiative, and I'm working on like so many stuff right now. Now World Music Day is coming on 21st. So on post 21st, I'm going to be putting on a couple of videos. I've collaborated with a lot of people. I've done something in Malayalam, I've done some in Tamil, I've done some in English. I have these three languages. I've done something or the other. So that's
I
coming.
I find Tamil such a rich language. I mean, just the alphabets, over 300 alphabets. And I
Yes.
work with Tamil community and people, and I'm really impressed. So educated, and so in tune with their own identity, and also great food. Let's have some Tamil. Can you give me a few Tamil lines from a song that you really like, or something which you've been working on lately?
No, I'll sing something. உன்னழகில் நான் கண்ணை சிமிட்டவும் மறந்தேன் ஆனால் கண்டேன் ஓர் ஆயிரம் கனவு கரையும் உன்னாயிரம் நீரவு நீதான் வந்தாய் சென்றாய் விழிகள் இரண்டை திருடி கொண்டாய் ஓ பெண்ணே ஓமான பெண்ணே ஓமான பெண்ணே ஓமான பெண்ணே ஓமான. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'll ask you for a little translation.
This song is called My Dear One, and
Okay.
so it's a Malayalam and a Tamil composition. So where it says like this girl has come to she's come to life like she was in my dream, and now I cannot lose her, and she's my dear one.
Lovely. You know what I fascinates me about Tamil music, and frankly speaking, I never heard it before till A.R. Rahman. I heard about A.R. Rahman and his music, and what I find is that Tamil singers have such a soft voice. Although the language sounds hard, there are t's and does and does, all these hard sounds, but the rendition is so soft and the music is so soft that it really it pulls you in. And I've got this beautiful artist in Canada, Jasman Rathore. He loves Tamil music. I think he's a Punjabi, I think. But Jasman sings really nicely the Tamil songs. I'm a great fan of yours, and he is listening to you. So is Kamal Arhuja from Vancouver. He's our board member. Oh gosh, we have got a lot of people listening to you. I'm so glad. So nowadays we have a lot of discussion moving to something different right now, and that is about the fans bullying the artists.
Yes.
Sam Ewan, just went through a very tough time, and some other artists as well. Indian film industry has just seen a sad loss, and I think they're all reeling with it. How do you feel about artists being exposed? You guys give yourself so freely by being on your Facebooks and your Instagrams and posting your personal time and things like that. So how do you feel about it, and do you ever get bothered by fans, and is there something special you wish the fans wouldn't do?
See, the thing is, fans do not know the seriousness of the situation. When it comes to certain situations, when people post something, everybody has followers and everybody has haters too. So there'll be a lot of hate comments and stuff that bully you and tell you things that you are like this, you are like that. It could be disgusting, it could be disrespectful, but it needs to stop, because I'll tell you something. In the end of the day, we don't know each other. You know me for my craft, for what I'm doing. And the problem is fans tend to become very personal with their ideologies, and they start correcting your life, and they start pointing at you. Oh, you did that, was wrong. That is not cool. If you look at that, what you did, it's not like okay. People do that kind of. Everyone, like, they'll have some angle or anything to pick on what you do, and everybody needs to understand. Artists, musicians, we take lot of pride in the work we do, and we do a lot of hard work. We practice a lot, and we put out music out there. And then everyone comes in, like, pinpoints on things like they are all experts. Great, we like your feedback. We're not saying anything against it, but the way you say it has to be very sensitive, because today is a time and day where social media has governed people's lives. See, because this year the festival didn't happen, we had to come on this platform to let everybody know who comes to the festival that we are doing this. So this is a very strong medium. It's a very strong medium, and it can only become amazing if we treat it really correctly. Because everybody, the misuse is, people don't realize they're misusing. That's the problem with fans. So what I'd say is, like, please think before you write something. You have in your mind, I know you are angry with something, or you are angry with somebody. Control it. Think about it twice before you say. Like, even right now, for example, the great Sushant Singh Rajput had passed away a few days ago, and it was out of depression, and a lot of chats, a lot of talks and everything happen. And, I didn't say anything online, but I just wanted to express this in one way, saying that, we are fans. We are supposed to wish well. We are not supposed to put causes. We should not become investigators of somebody who passed away and tell you are someone else is the reason for this person's demise. So all that I want to say is that we are fans. We should only wish well. There are people
Yeah.
in his family, relatives, close friends who are going to take care of those issues. We are going to sit here and keep talking about it, but it's not going to make any change in their life unless and until their parents are actually doing the same thing too, or their family is taking care of the situation. All we need to do is just wish well, be fans, learn to love, learn to appreciate, and learn to change us also. We artists also like change through our fans. We change because our fans like this, they like that. They don't like this now, but they like that now. So, we also change, but we learn that through you guys. But at the same time, it is also the responsibility of our audience and our supporters and our followers and our fans that, we also need to think before we say anything so that it doesn't hurt another person's feelings.
Very true. Very true. Fans should realize that you treat other people the way you would like to be treated yourself. Very important. So that was something which has been, a great point of discussion in on many forums, and we all need to raise voice in that. But now let's coming back to your own music. There was this amazing interview that you had with Anto Philip. It was a beautiful
Oh, yeah.
interview. I really enjoyed it. So you said, he asked you about the food or things like that, so, and you said everything Malayali. So
Yeah.
yeah. So when we people, I mean, I'm originally from Pakistan, but we wonder, with India is so diverse. There's so many groups of people there. There's so many communities which are totally, self-contained communities. That knowing about these things is something which it expands our own horizons as well. So when we talk about Malayali, so what is your favorite food other than your traditional Malayali food? What do you go for? Or what is Malayali food? What kind is it?
I think Malayali food is one of the most futuristic foods, futuristic, holistic, especially the vegetarian food of Kerala. I think the most futuristic and most holistic food in the entire world. Because today, if you look at it, the whole world is changing into veganism. Like everybody's getting into vegan food. A lot of people are getting very healthy and making choices. And if you look at Kerala food, it was already vegan right from the beginning.
Okay.
Vegan, vegetarian.
Okay. So Kerala, but I thought Kerala ate meat. It
Yeah,
had
we
the meat thing.
eat meat too. But I'm saying if you look at the vegetarian food, if I'm talking about the vegetarian
Okay.
food, if
Yeah,
you look
yeah.
at the vegetarian food, it was already vegan because we cook everything in coconut oil, and coconut oil
Oh,
is a vegan oil. It's a nut oil,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
all of it's all vegetable. We cook a lot of vegetables. We grow a lot of vegetables, and we are the
Yes.
land of spice. We grow more than 7 to 8 spices in our country, in our state. And if you look at like any vegan person who's willing to have a good meal, just the only alteration they'll have to make in the Kerala, what do you call Kerala vegetarian food is just change the yogurt from
Yes,
dairy.
please. Sorry.
You can change the yogurt from dairy to coconut yogurt,
Yeah.
which is
Oh,
available
yeah.
right now. So
Absolutely, and it's very in. I'm more surprised that the Western actors and musicians are so into the coconut milk and coconut
yeah,
yogurt, coconut cream, and all those things that you don't realize that how far ahead those cuisines have moved on. So
keep in mind,
really, very interesting.
being a Malayali, I must say this very proudly. I'm going to say something which is really beautiful, which most people out there in Canada might not know. But Keralam, the word comes from the word the name of Kerala comes from the word Kera. Kera means coconut, which means Keralam, which means it is the land of coconuts.
Okay, excellent. Very interesting. I didn't know that. So, people, you learned something very important again today. We and that's fabulous. But tell me something. So can we get a Malayalam song? Is it Malayali? Is it very different from Tamil language, or it has some connection?
Our language is a little, what do you call it? It's a little heavier. The sounding is more heavier.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just play like a nice song. ചരാതുകൾ തോറും നെന്തിയോർമയ തരാതെ പോ ചാരുവാമമ്മകള ചുഴലുന്നോരി കുറ്റാക്കൂരിരുൾ കഴിയോളം ഞാനേറിയാം ha 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 ha
Beautiful. How lovely. How lovely. But Benny, I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel that A.R. Rahman really helped bring the music, Tamil music, Malayali music, and other traditional music from India to a forefront, to the rest of the world. And and how was your experience working with A.R. Rahman? That is something that so many people have asked me to ask you.
It's the most pivotal moment of my life, because I met him at a time where I was it's the great blessing to land in front of him to sing, so, and it's all of us singers in the entire industry, we all think that it's a great learning experience working with him, and it is a really humbling moment for most of us, because we get to see what this man is actually. It's his what do you call, knowledge, his spirit, and the way he wants to present his music. It has a spirit in it, and it has a meaning, it has a purpose, it has an intention, and he really helps you understand that if the intention is right and the intention is correctly conveyed, anybody will understand the music. That's a great lesson to learn.
What is one thing which you think makes you a very appealing singer for A.R. Rahman?
I don't know. I'm just myself. I think that's what he is also looking for. He's looking for people who are themselves. There is something unique. There is something original, and there is something that what you do that no one else can do, kind of thing. So he looks at that unique personality, because music is all about bringing personalities, presenting characters, and it needs personalities. And that's exactly why all the singers you see he's worked with, they're all unique. Whether it is Sukhwinder Singh, or whether it is Hariharan ji, whether it is Asha ji, or whether it is Lata Mangeshkar, he's made them sound so unique. Like Asha ji and all, we know Asha ji, Lata ji, we know them for so many years singing such legendary compositions, and when they work with A.R. Rahman, they sound completely different from what they used to sound. So he's able to bring that unique personality from the singer, even at like at such a stage of.
Excellent. So tell me, Benny, are you familiar with any Pakistani singers or Pakistani musicians?
I love Zeb and Hania. I really love Zeb and Hania.
They will be coming too on these talks. So I'll tell them, and they will be, I'm sure, very, very pleased and honored. Okay.
Baby sanam janam anarisistanam, baby sanam janam anarisistanam, baby sanam janam anarisistanam. They sang the song. I love this song, Baby Sanam Janam.
Yes.
And they also composed music for. They had composed music for a Hindi film also. I think 2 years ago. I think so.
Yeah.
I forgot
okay. Zeb sang some music for that, and Hania is doing some very interesting stuff as well. So
amazing. Amazing. I love it.
Good. And So what do you
Please tell,
enjoy? Sorry.
please tell them this. I call them the Simon and Garfunkel of Pakistan.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'll definitely tell them. That's a great endorsement.
The female version of Simon and Garfunkel from Pakistan, but rich Pakistani music.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. How do you feel about the independent music in India? In Pakistan we don't have the film industry, so we have a very strong independent music scene. India has a huge film industry, so how do you feel about the independent music in India?
Independent music is amazing in India. We have such amazing artists, really, really ridiculously good artists in India. Like so many, like starting from Pratik Kuhad to Papon to Raghu Dikshit to man, there's so many artists. There's so many. But Taikudam Bridge. There is Nuclear Electronica. We have Monica Dogra. We have Karsh Kale. We have like how many artists? Like it's just incredible amount of artists. Like whether it is electronica, whether it's organic music, singer-songwriters, pop, rock, metal, heavy metal. You just name the genre and we have somebody or the other. We have rap now. Rap has become so huge. How many great artists from Nazi, Divine, MBB Vantai, Raftar, Brother V, Hanumayun, like so Hanuman Kind. So many amazing artists from India. It's just incredible.
Excellent. So you think in India, the independent music is doing well? It is progressing and very progressive.
Right now, during the lockdown, I think we have the most amount of independent music coming out because there is no Bollywood films coming out. So independent music is what's actually coming out and like falling out there.
Yeah, true. So, what is a punctuation?
Punctuation is my band. Is my one and only band with whom I make my independent music with. And Punctuation is a band that started in 2011. So basically, we wanted to make a band name that played funk, soul, and R&B and all that stuff. And we were like, what do we name the band? And I said, like, let's call it Punctuation. Like punctuation, the word punctuation.
Yeah.
Punctuation. So it is punctuation. Basically, punctuation is expression, right? It adds expression to the a sentence. Like if you put a full stop, you know that the sentence is ended. So people know when they talk, it is over. Full stop. Correct? So we are expressing with funk. So it's called.
What's the genre of music you guys perform?
Funk. F-U-N-K. Funk.
Okay.
Funk is.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So something you feel personally about realness, about yourself, that you as a artist, as a human being, something that you feel that you are bonded with, something you feel really passionate about, other than, of course, your own art, music, family. What is it that really makes you get up at night and check your messages or check your Instagram or things like this, or go on to Twitter? What is that?
I would say it's a very good question. I think the one thing I've never thought about it that way. I've woken up because I think it's the one thing is because I'm really grateful. Yeah, it's gratitude. I think the thing that drives me is gratitude. Whatever I have I'm absolutely grateful for. Whatever I have, I'm absolutely grateful for. So anything that wakes me up it's a great gratitude to the fact that I'm alive and breathing to do what I love to do for the rest of my life. So that's exactly what it is. If I'm going online or if I'm making music or I'm waking up to eat food, is because I know I'm grateful that God has given me a home, a roof to live, gives me food to eat, and given me music to pursue my life and career. And I have a wonderful wife who's my spouse, and and all the friends I have, all the colleagues I work with. I'm just absolutely grateful. Gratitude. I think that is definitely the one word. Patience, gratitude, humility. Three things. But gratitude the most. Grateful of whatever you have, whatever you get. The ability to take good out of the worst.
These are all saintly qualities. So Trust me, we are going to. We are looking at a upcoming saint. Very saintly
Not a saint.
qualities. That's your
Not-
wonderful attitude, which we all know about, because that is something that honestly, even Karsh Kale, he was telling us. He said Benny is a very generous man. He's a very not because he's confident about his art. When you are confident about your talent, when you're confident about your craft, and you're skilled at it, then I think those people automatically become uh, very humble, and you've been a wonderful experience for us. We would love to have you back on Mosaic Festival, but at this time, let's see one of your other songs that you performed at Mosaic Festival, a small clip, which we want to show and share with our artist and you. So, Dakshan, do we have a clip? Lovely. That was another one beautiful selection and one of my very favorite clips. I really enjoyed the selection of artists that Karsh brought with you. The guitarist, my husband is just like huge fan of the guitarist, and I can't remember his name right now. Warren Mendonça. Absolutely. What a great talent. And Max Zetti was there. Max makes his own zertas, and he's a Canadian. So, yeah, so it was a great connection, and that is what we really like. We yes, we have headliners, we've got singers, but the musicians themselves are so accomplished in this group. So it's wonderful. So we are going to go with another segment of our chat, and that segment is courtesy Noel Clark, who does these great interviews. And I picked up few of the ideas from him, so I'm going to try them on you.
Okay.
So give me the word, one or two words. When I say something, you just describe it in one or two words, what it means for you. Seaside.
Okay. I didn't hear the word.
Seaside.
Thought.
All right. Lockdown.
Patience.
You can use 2-3 words.
I'll say one word. It's better. Patience.
Okay.
Lockdown, patience.
Okay. Traveling.
Education.
Board games.
Relief.
Okay. Do you play board games?
Yeah.
Which is your favorite?
Ludo, Snakes and Ladder.
Okay. Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Air.
A.R. Rahman.
School.
Catherine.
Love.
2021.
Bright.
Excellent. So that's great. So, when we talk about this, this is a small session. I didn't want to, overpower. The next time I'll make heavy duty questions, which will make you think twice about replying to to that. So tell me something. The musical influences. Do your family, anybody interested in music or dance or fine arts?
Just my mother. My mother was a trained Bharatanatyam dancer, and she wanted me to get into some sort of. They basically wanted a girl. My dad and mom wanted a girl, and it turned out to be a boy. And my mom taught me. She saw that I had interest in music and dance, so she taught me. She put me into studying Bharatanatyam and Carnatic music. And it was all her interest and passion that drove me to becoming an artist.
All right. So can you do, Bharatanatyam has all these mudras and all that, the shapes with the hands. Can you tell a
Uh,
story with
uh,
this?
huh?
Can you tell a short
Padakat
story with this? Just with the mudras with hands, can you tell a short story?
Komal. So
How
the
lovely.
flower blooming.
How wonderful.
The bee coming and sitting and having nectar. Krishna playing the flute.
How lovely. How elegant. So when you perform on stage, do you take the dance moves that you've learned as a part of
No, no, Indian
no?
classical. But I generally grew when I used to do a lot of hip hop and breakdancing when I was in school. So I use a lot of that for my performances, and
Or,
yeah, that the audience enjoy a lot.
okay, we have Anam Gill from Pakistan. She's sending greetings from Pakistan, saying great listening to you. Would love to connect with you. Nabahat Lotia is from Pakistan. You've got a lot of Pakistani audience coming in. There are some names, but they're written in Hindi, so I can't, or Tamil, I cannot read that, unfortunately. And Rodela Dola is there as well. So they're not asking any questions. They're just enjoying listening to you. And yeah. So Benny, to any songs that you think that you would like to share with the audience, which you didn't sing, which you think that put you onto this path, other than the Dil Say that you did.
Yeah, of
Any
course.
old singers or things like that, or whatever you think you would like to.
ओ मेरे दिल के चैन चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए ओ मेरे दिल के चैन चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए हो अपना ही साया देख के तुम जाने जहां शर्मा गए अभी तो ये पहली मंजिल है तुम तो अभी से घबरा गए तेरा क्या होगा सोचो तो जरा हाय ऐसे ना आहे भरा कीजिए ओ मेरे ओ दिल के चैन चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए
How lovely, how beautiful. These are evergreen green songs, and I think these are the songs which everybody sings for an entire subcontinent, and brings people together with art and culture. We have, oh gosh, we have got so many people from Pakistan who are watching this. Abdullah Qureshi has joined in, a wonderful artist. He is moved to Canada now. So welcome, Abdullah. Samina Malik is there. Thank you very much. Loves your voice, and she's from Pakistan.
I'll
So,
sing for all fans. Can I sing something for the Pakistani fans?
please.
I can sing something, right? हो रहना तू है जैसा तू थोड़ा सा दर्द तू थोड़ा सुकून हो रहना तू है जैसा तू धीमा धीमा झोंका या फिर जुनून थोड़ा सा रेशम तू हमदम थोड़ा सा खुरदुरा कभी तू अड़ जाए या लड़ जाए या खुशबू से भरा तुझे बदलना न चाहूं रत्ती भर भी सनम बिना सजावट मिलावट ना ज्यादा ना ही कम तुझे चाहूं हो जैसा है तू मुझे तेरी बारिश में भीगना है घुल जाना है तू तुझे चाहूं हो जैसा है तू, मुझे तेरी लपट में चलना राख हो जाना है.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, so lovely and very meaningful. We completely appreciate this, honestly. Lovely, lovely. But listen, you have fans from Bangladesh as well. Rodella Dola is from Bangladesh, and I know that you can sing in Bangla as well. So can you do a few lines for Bangla?
And I'll try a little bit.
Okay.
ধন ধান্যে পুষ্পে ভরা আমার ধেরে বসুন্ধরা, তাহার মাঝে আছে দেশে সকল দেশের সেরা, স্মৃতি স্বপ্ন দিয়ে তৈরি সেজে স্মৃতি দিয়ে ঘেরা. So yeah,
Oh, so lovely, so beautiful. This is another language. I just think it's completely magical.
dreamy.
Oh, totally. Benny, it's such a privilege and such a pleasure to chat with you, talk with you, and bring you and your informal self to our audience and to all the people. Some message which you think at this time in entire world people are facing this pandemic, some words of wisdom that you would like to share with the Canadians especially?
I think we should just now is the time we have to love more. I think we need to spread love more. We have to keep judgments aside and love more, feel for each other, because this is the time where we have to step into each other's shoes with whatever's happening all over the world, and just love each other. I think that's the most important thing. I have no other complicated philosophical thing to say. I just want to say that just don't forget to love each other, because love is the most important thing. We are all here because of love. We are all in this world because of love. So don't forget from where we came. We were all born by an act of love, to be very honest and very technical, but and to also love each other just from within is very important. So people forget that today. Everybody is about themselves. Definitely, you have to take care of yourselves, but don't forget we also live in a planet. Even if we are in one place and if we go to another place, we are not escaping anything. We're still in the same planet. Uh, we can't go to another planet to escape anything. So the only way to have a beautiful life is to just love.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That is so beautiful, and we love you, and we thank you for your time. Please give our fondest regards to Catherine, and please give a big Father's Day greeting to your dad. We are going to celebrate Father's Day this weekend, and to all the fathers and dads out there, happy Father's Day. May those who have fathers enjoy and learn from their fathers. May those like myself who don't have them anymore, we pray for them and keep remembering them in the best possible way. So and may one day, Benny, you get the greetings too. God bless you. Thank you so much. We love you. And thank you from the entire TD Mosaic Festival team, our board of directors for Canadian Community Arts Initiative, and we love you. Thank you. Bye.
Absolute honor. Thank you so much.